Femi Mexico is a popular Nigerian Yahoo boy who was shot and killed in a recent transaction that gone bad. Anyways, Femi is known as what we call as a man in the line of Yahoo. So what he does is he brings means of payments like a bank account or PayPal or Cash App to these Yahoo boys, and he give them these accounting details, and whenever their clients or their payee pays the money into the account, he hold up a share of 30%, sometimes 40, sometimes 20, depending on the negotiation he has with the person. So this is a business that he has been doing for years now, and unluckily for him, this time around he made this transaction with this particular person whose identity is yet to be known. Femi Mexico was said to pay this person 60% of the transaction that they both had, but Femi, on the other hand, refused to make the payment to this person, and that was how they got into this misunderstanding. Femi is a 22-year-old Nigerian Yahoo boy who is based in Benin, and he has a GLK, a very popular Mercedes brand in Nigeria, which most of these young guys actually love to ride because it is a car known to be rugged and also very, very reliable. So Femi owns this car, and he also has a lot of luxurious phones, wristwatch, and many other things. Femi, who is a 20-year-old, lives on his own, and he has been doing this business with a lot of people. After his dismissal, Femi was also said to have done this kind of business with people that at the end of the day he refused to pay them their own part of the money. But because he has more hand and he has a lot of people, those people can actually come to him because of his group. So Femi did this business with people who are yet to be identified by the Nigerian police, and when the money came in, they were informed that the money has arrived into the account. Now they had to send their personal account to Femi to send their own share of the money, which is 60%, to them. Femi, on the other hand, refused to send this money to them, and it took about 90 days, which is about 3 months, before they started having issues with Femi. And Femi kept on telling them tomorrow, next tomorrow, tomorrow, next tomorrow. And these boys were not having it because this is money they have actually spent a lot of nights working and lying to this client before the client was able to make this payment to them. Anyways, Femi refused to make the payment to these boys and send them their own part of the money. And unluckily and unknowingly for Femi, these boys has been tracing him for months and weeks, looking for the easiest way they could get him and make sure they take their money. But Femi, who on the other hand is very, very smart because he has been doing this business to a lot of people and he has been scamming them. These boys scam white American people, and Femi, on the other hand, scam them to take the money. So on today, Femi was out in a shopping complex, not knowing that these boys has actually traced him to the shopping complex. And after he did the shopping and he was driving out, these boys blocked him with a Lexus ES330, a very popular brand in Nigeria too. So they blocked him in its car. Femi was riding a white GLK, and they stopped him and they shot him 6 times. They made sure he was unalived before they drove off. That was how Femi lost his life. And Femi, the 20-year-old boy who at the time was dating a very beautiful Nigerian girl, the girl put on to TikTok to cry, and also a lot of Femi fans started having issues. Some said Femi was at fault, that why would he do such things to people like that, and also some were citing him that it's fraud money, and fraud money goes both ways. This is how the issue of Femi and Femi colleagues actually went, and Femi lost his life, and those boys are yet to be caught till date. Though the Nigerian police has done a lot of investigation, but since Femi is a Yahoo boy, it wasn't taken that serious because fraudsters are not really taken serious in Nigeria, and when they are caught, they are always locked up. So for that reason, Femi killers are yet to be known, and they are still out there doing their business and moving on. In this case, Femi, who was 22 years old, has been shot and unalived in the process, and those boys didn't get their money back, neither did Femi get his life back. Now the question is, now that Femi is gone, who is going to eat the money? His girlfriend, who in the time of this incident was said to know most of Femi details, banking details, phone details, and password, she gave out those details to Femi parents so they could access his phone and see some transaction and maybe some contact of the last person that called him. These were also helpful to the Nigerian police because they were able to track down some people, but unfortunately there were no valid evidence against those people that they actually did this. And that was how everyone was convicted of the crime and they were all set free. Femi, on the other hand, was buried later in his hometown, in his father's house, and his car was parked there, and everything now was in the past. Femi has lost his life, and this boy has moved on. As of the time of his death, Femi was said to be worth around 112 million naira, and though this news is not certain because we don't know who actually did it. Networks research, but it was all over TikTok and the media that Femi, the young Yahoo boy who was unalive a few days ago, was worth about 112 million naira in his account. The car he was driving at the moment was worth 12 million naira, and that's close to $9,000 to $10,000 as of the time of making this video. And also, Femi was not married; he only had a girlfriend, and that was how his story came to an end. In summary, though people don't actually know the consequences of this fraud, and so those boys out there are still doing this fraud, and a lot of people are actually putting interest in learning this fraud because there's no job opportunities in the country, and a lot of people tend to move into fraud because it is the easiest way they could make a lot of money or even little money to at least stay alive, stay healthy, and buy the basic things they need. This is a story of Femi, a young Nigerian boy who lost his life doing crime, and this is how the story ends. If this is your first time coming across this channel, please do well to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that this video gets to more people. And don't forget to share this video in case you want your friends to learn from the story.